Today I'm going to talk about certain academic streams that are globally followed by different institutions in different countries. The most common that are followed in Pakistan are the Cambridge and the Oxford and the IB. Also, there is American system that is followed, and many of the kids who are moving out from Pakistan to other countries like Australia, so they have to shift to different streams. So I'm going to talk about what the streams are, what are their academic year distribution. So the first one we're going to look at is the Oxford stream. It's a combination. This combination also comes along with the Edexcel combination, right? I'm going to talk that more in the Cambridge section, right? But for the Oxford, we start with the early years, which is the Montessori, right? And it starts from age 2 to 5. Then we have the primary years, which is from year 1 to 5, right? Grade 1 to grade 5. And then we have the lower secondary for Oxford, which is year 6 to 8 or grade 6 to 8. Then in Oxford we have two combinations, which is the GCSE O level for year 9 to 11, and then we have the AQA O level, which was usually offered in the UK, and from there AQA transits into AQA A level, and nowadays AQA is also being offered as an international qualification. So students which are globally opting, especially like from Pakistan, can now also opt for AQA A level after doing their GCSE O level. Unfortunately, AQA O level is not offered in Pakistan as of now. Also, the GCSE O level candidates can proceed to year 12 to 13, which is the A level, right? And now for the Cambridge and the Pearson combination, we have again the early years, which is the Montessori. Afterwards, if you take the Pearson combination, because most of these schools that are offering Cambridge are also registered with Pearson, so they offer two streams, which are the primary years, which is for the Cambridge, or the I primary, which is for the primary years of the Pearson and Edexcel combination, right? From there, some schools do not offer primary years for Cambridge. They only offer primary years for the Pearson and Edexcel, right? And some schools, they only opt for Edexcel at the O level. So as you can see, the arrows are moving up and down. So different schools are offering different combinations. Some are offering both as a choice. Some have limited choices. For example, if I talk about Roots Millennium, that then they have the primary I primary. They are not offering the Cambridge primary years. They are offering the Pearson I primary, where the students have to appear in the year 5 grade 5 exam as an external exam, right? And from there they proceed to lower secondary, right? And they also have the option for I lower secondary or ILS for Pearson and Edexcel. The lower secondary can proceed to IGCSE O level, right, which is IGCSE, which is equivalent to the O level, or they can opt for Edexcel O level, which is the Pearson stream, or they can opt for the GCSE O level, right? So IGCSE is the same as the GCSE, except a little bit changes in the content, and is more designed for the international candidates who have different learning skills and different learning abilities compared to the natives of the UK. Definitely the English is better for us living in Pakistan, so English is a bit of a trouble for some of the candidates. So IGCSE offers a much more different approach to the exam compared to the O levels. Other than that, the content is very much comparable. Few changes are there. Some contents are there in IGCSE, some are there in the GCSE. Also, another difference that is there in IGCSE and GCSE is that in IGCSE there's an alternate to practical which is offered in contrast to the practical which is offered in O levels. So in IGCSE you can opt for the practical exam, but you can also go for the alternate to practical, which is a written examination compared to the practical that you have to perform and take the readings in GCSE, right? Then from both of these you can proceed to GCE A levels, or you can also opt for Edexcel A level, but that usually is not recommended because the level of understanding required in the Edexcel A level is way higher compared to the GCSE or IGCSE streams. So usually the candidates who are opting for the Edexcel A level are coming from Edexcel O level, which is the Pearson IG and the Pearson AI IA for the year 12 to 13. Now, for the American system, which is called the K to 12 system, we have the pre-K or the pre-kindergarten, which is for year 1 and 2, right? You can call it as, you can say more of you know it's not an purely an academic system, but it's a pre-K system. Usually they do start from the kindergarten, but some of the institutions are also offering pre-K, and then you have independent nurseries that are offering pre-K. So that is for year 1 and 2 only. Those are very little kids. It's more of a daycare of sorts rather than just a school, but they in that daycare they teach the kids some of the etiquettes and daily routine, circle time and all those things are being done in the pre-K. Then in the kindergarten they have the nursery, the KG1 and the KG2, which is from year 2 to 5, right, or 3 to 5 depending upon the age of the child. Then they move towards the primary years, or the lower school they call it, which is from year 1 to 5, that is grade 1 to 5. Then they have the lower secondary, which is the middle school, grade 6 to 8. And then they have secondary or high school they call it, right, secondary education, but they call it high school in the US, and it is for grade 9 to 10, right. And then for the higher secondary, it is the high school again, which is from year 11 to 12, right. Unfortunately I did make a mistake over here, right, for the years. Now moving further, we have the International Baccalaureate, which is the IB. In the IB, they start from the primary years, which is age 3. It goes till 12. It encompasses all the primary education that is there, up to the primary years. And then they have the IB MYP, or the middle year program, in which the general age limit is from 12 to 16, but they obviously take candidates above and below this depending upon their intellectual level and the academic standing. And from there they divide into two separate streams, which is the IBDP, or the diploma program, or the IBCP, which is the career focused program, I would say. And the difference between these two is that the diploma, or the DP, IBDP, is more of a generalized learning, where you can choose several subjects of your own liking, but you're not specializing in any specific field. You're just trying to specialize in science or arts, or whatever field you are opting for. But when you're looking for the IBCP, or the career program, over there some of the schools are offering IBCP internationally. I haven't heard any school offering IBCP in Pakistan, but in the IBCP program you can actually opt for any career based professional program, in which you are more focused towards your own dream, or your own dream profession that you want to opt for, and now your subjects will be limitized to that very specific stream. So you don't have much of a choice compared to IB diploma, but again you have a choice of selecting your career stream. So again it's a wide range of variety of subjects that are offered before you finalize your career stream, right. But in diploma you are not focused on any career, but you're opting for a generalized diploma, which both of them are equivalent to each other. For year 16 to 19 is the general age for these two programs. Now we have the Australian and the New Zealand system, in which you have the junior primary from year 1, 2, 3, and for Australia you have the Kindy 1 and 2, and then we have the middle years, which is 4 and 5, and 3 and 4 for Australia, right. For upper primary we have grade 6, 7, and up 8 upper, and for Australia we have 5, 6, and 7 upper. Now since these two you see kids moving around, or different schools are following either one of the two, so they can switch between one school stream into another. So if a student is appearing in 7 upper of the Australia, they can opt for junior school 8, or those who are appearing in upper 8 or upper primary of the 7, they have to sit in the 7 junior of the Australian system. Those who have qualified in the 7 upper has to sit in the 7th junior. Now remember, over here this year 7, or the grade 7, is in both, and especially in the Australian, is the upper and the junior, is the upper primary and the junior school. So definitely there's a huge difference in the curriculum. It's more advanced for the 7J compared to the 7 upper primary. Now afterwards, from the junior school from 8 to 9, it becomes from to year 10, it becomes intermediate from 10 to 11, and 9 to 10 for Australia. And then in senior school this is year 12 and 13, and 11 to 12. Right, I hope I've been able to help you understand some of the differences between these curricular system and which years are usually range from. For Australian and New Zealand, since they have special scholarly systems as well, scholarly schools, so they do not really have any age limit, but generally the age limits are as same as the Oxford and the Pearson, but they also take candidates with lower age who are smart enough or fast learners, so they give them an accelerated learning program in which the kids can quickly go through these classes and join upper sections very quickly. I hope I was able to clarify some of the things. If you got any questions, please let me know. I'll be able to answer.